Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Stampin' with No. It's been a while since I've actually introduced myself. My name is Teresa and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Well, this video is my July, I cannot believe it's already July, crazy summer. My July free card class kit video. And we're gonna go ahead and get started right away. We got some darling cards in this month, and I decided to focus on the new in colors. They're just so pretty. Not one that I would actually consider, but I love the combination, and I hope you guys enjoy this month's free card class kit. So let's get started. So card number one, you're going to get your envelope, and let me there's pieces in here. Let's see. Okay, you got your envelope. You're going to get a piece of basically scrap DSP for your envelope flap. Your card base will come to you cut and scored. We got your inside. And the outside, you've got a couple pieces here. This will come to you. This is actually two-tone cardstock that I embossed. This is the lighter side, so this is going to be the raised, and I did not do any sanding at all. It was a pretty tight sandwich when I went through my embossing machine, so I don't have my sander here, but if you want to take off a little bit more, just get your sanding block and just slightly go over it if you want some of the color removed and to allow for the white to show through. But I elected the lighter side, but if you like the darker, you know, this won't be raised, but you can certainly flip it over if you so choose. And then another piece of the DSP, and I cannot remember these names. Crisp Cantaloupe is this particular in color. You're going to get some white baker's twine, and you're going to get a piece of basic white for your label. All right, so we're going to do some stamping, and I have to remember the direction of these cards. Let's see, I think we're going portrait. Yes, we're going to do that. All right, let me bring my stamping, my pad over. Let's see here. We are going to do a birthday card. Always in need of a birthday card. Now, I brought this one over. It's Calypso Coral because I have an idea in my head. I'm just going to put it off to the side because I may not use it. We'll just have to see how it goes. And I'm going to bring over the Crisp Cantaloupe. And you guys are familiar with the new ink pads. Absolutely love it. Magnetic. I absolutely love it. Did I mention that? Okay, so we're going to stamp this label with, let's celebrate. All right. Now, this is kind of a new stamp. I don't think I've used this one, so we shall see. All right, just nice even, let's see. That one has a little blotch on it. Let me flip that over. All right. Looking good. All right, so let's see the inside. Where's this one? Put that over there to dry. The inside's going to say happy birthday to you. All right. There's that. Looks great. Okay, so I brought what color did I bring over? I brought over the Calypso Coral because what I had in my head was when I put this together, there's just a lot of, I don't know, I need something to pop. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, guys. Obviously, you guys don't like the look. You don't have to do it on your card. But I'm going to dip, I call it dip, I don't know what else to call it, this label, and I'm going to ink up just the edge. I'm not going to use a dauber or anything. I'm just going to actually, you guys can see, so I'm just going to actually dip it just like that, just to get the edge. And you can see where it has a little bit of color. Now, this is a rounded edge, so you just want to make sure you dip those corners. Let me do those first, and then I'll go back. I'm doing it this way so you guys can see. You're just dipping it. You don't press real hard. If you end up pressing hard, just go back over it and even it up. And if you end up doing like this, just do it the same motion on all four corners, including the edge. And I know you can tell now that it just gives enough of a pop. And I just felt that's what it needed. All right, so we are done stamping. All right, let's put this thing together. Now, I always say it, but you know, anybody out there that's new, when you get your kit, it's going to come to you, card base is going to come to you folded, but you need to still give it a good burnish, because I just fold it in half and I run with it. I don't go over it again, so you definitely want to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and let's work on the outside. I'll put you over here. All right, so let's see here. Got some stuff over here. All right, so let's see. I'm trying to remember how this was going to go. All right, now obviously DSP two-sided, so you guys can decide which look you want. We're going to do this. I want the lighter side. For me, I want the lighter side. And I'm just going to line it up like so. And I'm just going to try to make sure these two sides are even, but it's not a big deal if it's not. That's the beauty of these cards, is you kind of do your own thing, and if it doesn't line up, it's not a big deal. It looks like it was intentional. All right, so what did I say this was? I've got to learn these names. Crisp Cantaloupe. Peachy color. Really, really pretty now with this embossing. It's pretty deep embossing. Now, I'm gluing everything down. You certainly could be popping it up. I'm going to pop the label up. So I'm just going to do everything flat. And I'm going to bring that over. Yeah, about right there. Be good. So pretty. And too much white for me. I'm going to do that. Since I got the white label, I'm just going to go ahead and flip it to this side. All right, that's looking good. Okay, you're going to get some, what are we calling this thing? Baker's twine. And I want to put it behind here. So a little trick that I do, let's see, I want it to go this way. Is that right? Yeah, it probably really doesn't matter. Okay, I get a little bit of double-sided tape, if it wants to work, just a little bit, so that it will, the baker's twine will stay tacked down. Now, I've got smaller fingers, so you know, you may use 4 fingers, 3 fingers. I just take this and I just wrap it loosely. Nothing super crazy, right? And it twists. Let me do that again. There we go. And just twist it like so. Actually, could go even. Oop! I grabbed too tight. I should not have done that. All right, let's try this again. Who would have thought this would be difficult? Okay. I just got it looped around, and I'm just gonna lay it to where the tackiness gets to it. Okay, and then I'm going to add dimensionals. Now, if you want, you can put a piece of clear tape over it to keep it in place, but I'm going to put some of my dimensionals on top, and that definitely will guarantee it's not going anywhere. Come on. And then we'll take care of the inside. This really is a pretty color. Like I said, it's not something I would go to, but I see it in person. It's very, very pretty. And I'm just trying my best to center along here. All right, so let's do the inside. Now, I don't have anything here, but if I end up having, I'm gonna call scraps, you know, scraps are good, right, when it's DSP. You might get some extra pieces in each of the kits, and then you can just, if you want, you can use it for inside of this card. I didn't have anything. I really didn't even look, but you know, if I do, I'd be happy to share with you guys. Okay, so we've got to have some dimensionals. So these are the end colors. I don't have enough to give you guys, or else I'd stick some in there. But you can basically use anything, any of the pearls, the rhinestones, anything like that would just be perfect. And I'm going to use a little one. I think I'm just going to use one. Don't want to overdo. All right. Oh, let's do the envelope flat. Now to get these kits, let me first cap my glue here. You place at least a minimum order of $45 before 25 July. I'll be sending these kits to you at the end of the month. And with it, you get your kits. Obviously, you get a PDF directions to you with the measurements and some pictures and whatnot, so that you guys can duplicate this layout. You know, what's great on these kits that I provide in the tutorial is you can pretty much take any DSP, any sentiment, kind of change it up, and voila, you've got a card that you don't even have to think about, because I've provided all the measurements for you. And this is a good layout that you can really use it for any subject. A note, birthday, even a sympathy would be really, really pretty. So, and then orders over 75, in addition to the kits, you also get a pack of embellishments from me. And then anything beyond that, I just throw in. I don't, it's kind of a surprise. It's a surprise to you, and it's definitely a surprise to me. You know, I've given ribbon, I've just given different various things, ephemera packs, I've done things like that. So it just varies, just kind of whatever catches my eye. All right, so move that over. This is card number 2. All right, pretty easy, very pretty. I do think this is very pretty color. Not my pick, not my color wheel, but I really do like it. All right, so let's bring card number 2. Let me put this over here. Over. Now this one, my goodness, this is it's a good name. Whoever came up with it was perfect. This is Barely Blush. And when you get this and you've not seen it, you're gonna, it's so hard to see because it's barely there. And it's a great name for it. It's so, so pretty. I'm not even a pink person, but this is so, so pretty. So you're gonna get your card base cut to you, cut and scored. You got your inside sentiment. Let's see, we're going this way. You got piece of DSP for the outside, and I don't even know if that's going to be picked up, but these are the large polka dots. I think you're going to see it on another card. And then this is the smaller one, like we just did on this card. But I'm not even sure this video is going to pick up just how pale it is. But I think we're going to use that. We'll just see. And then you're going to get a banner that's going to come to you embossed. Now, I intentionally embossed at an angle. I didn't like it perfect. So this will come to you at an angle. Okay, that is not a mistake. And then another banner that's a piece of DSP. You can certainly change it up, but I'm going to go with that. and then a label, and then another label. All right, so we've got to do some stamping. Bring my foam mat over, and I think we're only stamping this label because I'm leaving the inside blank because I wasn't sure what I was gonna put on the inside. I'm gonna stamp it hello. And normally with a card that's just a hello, I typically just handwrite something, you know, unless I just happen to come across a sentiment that kind of says what I'm thinking. So just nice even press. Ooh, pretty. Might have a little bit of a piece of lint there. That's okay. It's still stamped nice. You probably can't even tell, but I might have a little, I might have to clean that better. All right. Put this off to the side, and what did I want to do? Oh, the inside. It's like I brought over this Barely blush. I couldn't remember why. The inside, because it's so light, I decided that I'm going to go ahead and with my blending brush, I'm just going to lightly apply some of this Barely blush. I want to say brush so bad, so badly. All right, so what's great about these pads is, you know, I always say I don't recommend doing this on the older pads because I always have a fear of the foam piece coming up. On this, you don't have to worry. This is I'm gonna call it a stiffer. It's different material. It's very much like the Memento that we use. So that looks, I mean, I'm dabbing pretty hard to get a lot of the ink. So that looks pretty dark, but I'm not gonna go press that hard. And I'm just gonna go right in the center. And I know you guys cannot see, but it is showing up. I pressed really hard here to get a lot of the ink off, but there we go. Maybe you can see. I'm going a little bit darker than what I originally intended, but that's okay. There we go. Can you see? I think, yeah, it's probably showing up. It's not showing up when I look through the camera, but maybe it will when you guys see it. Okay, we're done with that. So we are going to assemble. Bring my mat over. Let's see here. We want to give it a good burnish with your bone folder, and that is crooked. Yeah. All right. Okay, now let's do the outside. All right, we're gonna build this. We're gonna do this first and see. I think I want polka dot. Do I want polka dot? I think I want polka dot just because. Yeah, I'm gonna do polka dot. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue that in place. Where's my glue? There you go. And again, I just glue flat. I might put the banners on dimensionals. I haven't thought that far ahead. We shall see. All right, this is what I was thinking. I think I am gonna pop them. Is kind of overlap. I'm gonna go kind of overlap. And then this piece here, what I thought about is just tucking it in under here, just to kind of give it another look. And where's my, let's see. No, I was gonna do embellishments. Okay, and then I was gonna put that there. That's what I was gonna do. And I think I'm gonna pop it up. All right, so let's go ahead and pop that up. I want to make sure that I tuck that in, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue now. because I think I want that tucked in too. So I'm just centering it. I'm having a little bit of the scallop showing. You guys can see just a little bit right there, but you don't have to. You can do the whole thing. All right, so we're gonna put some dimensionals. Gotta love dimensionals. I think by the time this video goes out, you know, I know it is because of my dates. 4th of July has come and gone for those folks in the United States. It was really great. All right, so our garden's doing really well. Wearing me out, but that's okay. There's just something about fresh vegetables I absolutely love. All right, so I popped that up, and I'm just gonna make sure it's flush up here. I'm gonna add some dimensionals on this side because I want all of it popped up. Now, this is corrugated. I think that's actually the name of the embossing folder. If you don't like it, if it's too corrugated, just press it, run it, and it'll flatten out. I'll just go ahead and do it just so you can see. It'll flatten out and it won't look as deep of it being corrugated. I don't know if you guys have got the old, I call it old, I don't even know if you can still get it, the old crimper. Your scrapbookers used to run it through a feed and it used to press it. I still have mine, and I use it a lot for my scrapbooking pages. And it corrugates a little bit wider. This is smaller. That's why I like this embossing folder. All right, so we're just gonna flush up here, move it over just a little bit, just so that sticks out. There we go. Loving it. And I'm going to center around here, I think. I'm just going to go flush, I think, is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I like that popped up. The banner piece is popped up instead of having it flat. And then this added piece here changes it up. I'm just centering that. And let's see. I think we're going to need some embellishments. Put this on the inside. Oops. And I'll write a note, or if I find a stamp sentiment that works, I'll stamp it. Sometimes it's just nice to have it blank because you just never know who it's going to go to, and you might like the layout, but the inside doesn't match what you're trying to convey. All right, so I think we definitely need some embellishments. And let's go with, let's go with Barely Blush. Put you right there. There. Just very subtle. I keep thinking about this. Don't forget your envelope flap. Now we've got this or this. I'm going to use that one. All right. So again, just place your minimum order of 45 and be happy to get these kits out to you at the end of the month. And I hope you like the new colors. This is a great way to get her introduced to the new colors. You can see which ones you like, which you don't like. Now there is one color that, because I'm doing 4 cards, that's not here. And it just ended up being that way. It wasn't intentional. but it's the, I cannot remember the names, Golden Glow, maybe. You may have, if you're watching a lot of the videos with Sweet Old Friends, the Winnie the Pooh set, it goes very, very well with that set. Well, actually, all of these in colors match perfectly with that suite, but I think it's called Golden Glow. I may be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. But it goes really, really well with that suite. All right, so this is card number 2, and opens up this way, and I'll figure out something here. All right, card number 2. All right, card number 3, my favorite color. And what's so crazy, it is my least used color. I don't know why. I guess just things I've been picking really didn't go with it. I have no idea, but I absolutely love this color. So you're going to get your envelope. You'll get a piece of DSP for your flap. Card base cut and scored. Your inside, and I think this one we're doing this way, and your outside, and then you're going to have 2 pieces of DSP, and then you guys, you know, can decide which side you want to use. I want to do this side, and then the outside, the label. Okay, so we're going to stamp this label. I don't remember which I picked. Oh, Thinking of You. That's a good one. And my favorite color, this is the hydrangea hue. All right, so because this stamp is so big, I don't know if you guys can see it, I'm going to stamp upside down in that this is going to face up, and I'm going to control inking by using my pad instead of my block, and just go around. I might have to switch it up. All right, there we go. It looks really blue. Let's try it, and let's just see what happens. Oops, wrong side. Oh, same thing. This one looks pretty juicy. Probably because I haven't been using it, but we'll see what it does. I think it'll be okay. So I'm just going to write, I'm not going to write it, I'm going to stamp Thinking of You. And I am not liking this, guys. Hang on a minute. I do not like this. This is going to blotch. Oh, I'm being picky. I am being picky. All right. So sometimes if it's too much ink, get a spoon, and on the underneath the spoon, just press down to push down the ink. And this is actually the first time I'm doing it on these new styles. It works perfectly on the old style. So we are testing this out together. I have no idea if this is going to work. Now I'm pressing kind of hard, not like super hard, but I am pressing down to make sure I'm pushing the ink down. So we're going to see. I mean, this is brand new, so there is a lot of ink on there, and I have not been using it. It's still doing it. All right. We're going to go with it. All right. I think that's going to work. So inking it up and going to press. It's still blotchy. Well, I'm going to have to work on that one, but that's okay. It looks kind of cool, blotchy, considering this look. I'm going to go with it. Now, if it was going to a certain person, I would probably be doing this over several times, but I kind of like that look. It has the grungy look to it. Wasn't intentional, but that's what I'm going to go with. All right, we are done stamping. I'll have to work on that one. Bring my silicone. Let's see. Now we are going to assemble. All right, let's put that over there, and I don't know if I gave this a good burnish. I don't think I did. Doesn't feel it. All right, we're gonna go this way, I said. All right. Everything's good, you guys can see. All right, the inside, I'm not doing anything. All right, I feel brave. I'm gonna put this down first. And I am gluing everything. I'm doing it flat, except for the label. All right, okay. So this is what I have envisioned. I decide which side you want. Now, this piece, make sure that it's the same measurement, because this is shorter this way. Can you tell? Shorter, right, from here to here. So you want to make sure it's flush. All right. So I want it there, and I want a gap there, so you can see it. Now, you can go like that if you don't want the gap, but I want the gap. So it's going to go something like that, just a little bit there. I'm going to do it that way. All right. Okay. Move that in. Oops. I think that's straight. Okay, need to make sure, double check me. That's so pretty. Such a pretty color. It's a color of Eeyore. All right, so I'm gonna move that in. There, I think that looks even. Okay. And okay. I have one project. I know I have linen thread. I wasn't sure if this was it or not. That's why I was double checking. I'm gonna lay this one flat. And, you know, this is grungy looking. How many people would actually redo it? Now, most of the time I would, but it would depend on who it's going to, in all honesty. Because sometimes that look is appropriate with whatever card you're putting together. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so now I'm going to put some dimensionals. This is a great layout for any occasion. Happy birthday. Even a sympathy. This would work for a sympathy. All right, so we're just gonna center it like so. Let's do the inside. Probably if I had my blending brush, I probably would do a little shading on the inside too, and I may end up doing that when I go to use this card. This breaks up the starkness of the white, I think, and just adds an extra touch. All right, we need some bling. Maybe if I can get my fingers to cooperate. Kind of interesting. Let's see. Let's do, I don't know. Let's do that. No, I don't want that color. It blends in. Let's do peach. There we go. Then you can see the peach. See? I love this color, but I don't use it enough. Crazy. All right, so the outside, I'm gonna use, I think, the whiter stripe. Yeah, I'll just do the whiter stripe. Let me close my glue up. I feel like I'm out of practice today. My glue's drying up. Not good. I got new product in. I've not had any time to play with it. Had family, grandkids and whatnot, so it's been put on the back burner. But need to check the online if I've not sent my newsletter out. Online exclusives. I've got some holiday things. If you do holidays, some people don't do holidays, but they got gorgeous things. The scrapbooking kits are super, super cute. They've got Halloween. And, you know, it's at least a scrapbook layout. You can, you know, it doesn't have to be like your kids dressed up as Halloween or anything. It'd just be, you know, friends getting together or whatever on that day. You can scrapbook that. Pretty much do anything. But they got some really cute online exclusives. And what's so crazy is I think the online exclusives might be my favorite. And they're the hardest to keep track of too. So, but all right. We are, let's see, what are we? Card number 3. There we go. And that one. Yeah, I definitely will get my blending brush. If I had it nearby, I would go ahead and do it just to show it to you. But you guys get the idea on that other card that I did. But so this is card number 3. All right, so make some room here. Last card. This is another really pretty color. I'm not a green person either, but I have gone through this card base color, and it's going to be beautiful for fall and also for Christmas. It's just a gorgeous shade of green, and I can't remember the name of that. Which one is that? Peaceful Pine is that. So you're going to get your envelope. You'll get a piece of DSP for your flat. Card base, cut and scored. The inside, let's see which way are we doing it. Do it this way. The inside and piece of vellum. And oh my gosh, if you guys love vellum, Stampin' Up, their vellum is thick and I absolutely love it. And you get, they're 12 by 12 sheets. I forget how many sheets you get. Ridiculous amount. 20 sheets or something. I really don't remember. You need to look it up if this is something you're interested in. But it is really thick, and I have it out in front of me so that it's not out of sight, out of mind, so that I can use it. But it's really something that just adds a little something extra to it, and it's just so pretty. You're going to get 3 different pieces of DSP. And you can decide which side you want to use. All right. So each one will be different. And then you're going to get 2 of these. You're going to get some linen thread. And you're going to get for the outside label. Okay. So let's do some stamping. And let's see. I don't remember what the sentiment's going to be. Oh. Now I remember. Best wishes. And I'm going to do that in green. So I'll bring over my Peaceful Pine. Hopefully this will stamp up. Yeah. And let's see, is that right? I'm telling you what, this is like all blotchy. I did not have this problem using the other ones. Now, which way is my label going to go? I think I decided to do that. That's what we're going to go with anyways. All right, so ink it up again. Probably waiting too long. So there we go. That's much better. Much, 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 much better. Okay. that, and let's see. I think I just got green on my fingers. Nope. Yep. Let me wipe my fingers. Okay. Since we've got... All right, just like I did, I don't even know which card it was. Sorry, I don't remember. I'm going to shade the inside just a little bit, since I don't know what it's going to say. I mean, it would be appropriate as a birthday, I would think, but we'll just see. So I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, that's a lot. Go super light with, what color is this? Crisp Cantaloupe. I think I was saying it backwards earlier. So apologize on that. I had the words right, but maybe not in the right order. My life. Okay. We're done stamping and shading and all that. All right. Oh yeah, that just adds just enough to it. All right, so let's assemble. Bring my... All right. So fold this. Line it up. Good burnish. All right, let's put you off to the side for right now. And let's see. Let's work on the outside. Right, you can see. Okay, so I want this. Now, you know, with the vellum, the adhesive is shown through, right? So my recommendation is lay these pieces first before you adhere the vellum to your cardstock, so that your card base, so that you know where to hide the glue. Just my suggestion, but you can do whichever you like. So I'm gonna move this over and work on this. So this is what I want to do. Let's see, I'm gonna put you up there. I did not think about this order. Okay, we'll put you in there, brighten it up. So I want a gap in between each one because these are gonna go right in there. So I want it hidden, so I've got enough wiggle room there. So I would adhere the top and bottom first, and then have the center go out. All right, so let's do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and do flat. All right. And let's see. And the top one. This really is a pretty shade of green. It's just so funny that you just never know. I guess I'm kind of showing you in real life. Don't, just because you love a color, don't shy away from colors that it's not typically you, because it just opens up the door for so many possibilities. I mean, it's not something I would pick, but they make beautiful cards. Okay, I'm going to use dimensionals and pop that up there and there. So let me get the dimensionals. And let's see. I'm just going to put 3, I think. Oops, that came off. Should be plenty. I hesitated because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. If it's going to go, I think it's going to be popped up. I don't normally do like 2 layers of pop-up, but I think the way it's going to lay, I think it's going to be just fine. It will not have any issues going through the post office. It won't be tearing up my envelopes. Okay. So I'm just gonna line it up right in between. Oops, got stuck. I think that's straight, it's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to say that straight. Okay. All right. So since these two are popped up, I can put dimensionals here. So let me go ahead and glue this. Move you off to, actually, I can go ahead and put him down. So every place that I have the DSP, which you can see the squiggly, that's where I'm going to put my not my DSP, but put my glue to adhere down the vellum. And I'm okay with the vellum popping up on the outer edge, because it to me, it just adds to it. It's not going anywhere, that is for sure. All right, so pretty. All right, let's move that off to the side for just a moment. Let me go ahead and glue this one flat. And let's see. All right, I think, okay, hang on while I got my glue. Let's put this off to the side because I want to use the linen thread. Let me go ahead and glue that one down now, since I've got the glue in my hand. Put that in there. And like I said earlier, if I end up with pieces of DSP, I hate throwing it away. It'll be in your kit. So if you end up watching this video and then you find out you got extra pieces, it's just, if you want to use it on the inside, you know, feel free to. All right, let me close this. Doesn't. Okay. All right, I'm going to put you off to the side for just a moment. Let's bring this label back. All right, so what I want to do, my clumsy fingers, I don't know if it's going to work. I want to wrap the linen thread around here twice and then tie a bow. So what I'm going to do, because of the curvature, I'm going to put a mini dot. This might not work, guys. This is just what's in my head. I'm going to put a mini dot there to keep it in place. And we're going to wrap twice. I'm giving you plenty that you won't have this problem. And I didn't do the right. I didn't go down far enough, I don't think. So let's, there we go. All right, you're down there now. Okay. So if you end up watching this and you try to duplicate this, my recommendation is watch it first in case I mess up. Because, you know, now that I'm videotaping this, you know, it always happens that I always have problems. All right, see, I got problems because it's not long enough tails. All right, so I'm going to just move it just a little bit. So left sides, I don't know what that is, 5 inches or so, give or take. So hang that over. I'm going to wrap it around twice. All right, it's hanging on that mini dot. All right, I'm going to put it down since I got my silicone mat. It's not going to stick, and I'm going to use my tweezers and tie a knot. Now, the hard part is I'm going to keep my finger down there. Hopefully, this is going to work. I'm kind of doing this in the dark. My fingers are in the way. I can't see what I'm doing. And then just tie that bow. Now, if you struggle, all right, push it tight. You're going to have long tails, so don't worry about it. And then hold the center down and just ever so slightly pull. Now, if you struggle with this, tie a knot first and then do the loop, and that will work just fine. All right, so definitely have long tails here. So I'm going to cut here. And cut here. All right. Phew. All right. Not too bad. That's staying down in there. Not going anywhere. Okay. Let's bring this back over. So I want you to just put that in the middle. And I'm going to put dimensionals here. And I'm going to put glue here and glue here. Since these two pieces are popped. I went through a lot of dimensionals on this this month's cards, which is always good. All right, we're good there. We're almost at the end, guys. Hang with me. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's put this in the middle. Oh yeah, looks really pretty. And it's stuck. Yep, perfect. Okay, I don't know, does it need an embellishment? Yes. Yes, let's just do it. I wish I had enough to send these home with you, but I do not. And I'm so sorry. I did not realize I did not have enough until it was too late. And I'm just going to put you up. I'll put you down here. I don't know. Just go with it, Teresa. There we go. All right. Oop. Let's do the envelope. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Let's see. Let's do tape. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of July. Hopefully I will have some time to post. Still trying to get my house back in order after the kiddos were here. And I'm taking my time. It was all good. Always is. So, cut that. I'd love to know, those that watch my video, if in the beginning you used to not decorate your envelope. And now you see my videos, you're compelled to decorate your envelopes. It's a thing with me now. It's gotta be decorated. All right, card number 4. So let's bring these all over. Let's do a super quick recap. Hang with me, guys. We're almost done, okay? So card number 4, I'll figure out the inside. Sentiment later. We've got this thinking of you card. My mind went blank. And I think after seeing this, I think I'm definitely gonna go back and shade that. So something to consider, guys, when you go and get these kits. And then this really cute hello. Figure out which way that opens. And then card, I don't know if I said that was card number 2. And then card number 1, the happy birthday. I don't know what my favorite color is. I love them all. I really do. Even this, even though I'm not a pink person, I just love the color to it. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Please place your orders by 25 July. That just helps me get organized. You know, if you guys are late, don't worry about it. But I start rolling. I book things to, I've got a sequence and I set time aside. So it's real important for me to try and stay on time. But, you know, hey, life interrupts. So with having fun, and it's more important that you guys have fun with these kits. So thank you for tuning in. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new and have not subscribed. I certainly would appreciate it. And as always, happy stamping. You guys have a great week. Take care. Bye.